Life's tough. And here's the raw truth about you. Sounds harsh, right? But it's not meant to bring you down. It's meant to fire you up. You see, the moment you realize that no one's coming to save you, that's when you start saving yourself. That's when you become unstoppable. Because when you stop waiting for someone to care, you start caring about yourself more than anyone else ever could. I've been in this game called life for a while now, and I've seen people rise and fall. The ones who rise, they're not waiting for a helping hand. They're not looking for sympathy. They're out there grinding every single day, making things happen for themselves. You want success? You want respect? You want to make a mark in this world? Then you better get comfortable with the idea that it's all on you. Your dreams, your goals, your future, it's all in your hands. And that's not a burden, that's freedom. Think about it. If nobody cares, then nobody's holding you back. There's no one to impress, no one to please except yourself. You're free to chase your wildest dreams without worrying about what others think. Because guess what? They're not thinking about you. They're too busy worrying about themselves. Now, I'm not saying you're alone in this world. You've got family, friends, maybe a partner, but at the end of the day, they've got their own lives to live. They can't live yours for you. They can't want your success more than you do. So what are you going to do with this knowledge? Are you going to sit there feeling sorry for yourself? Or are you going to stand up and show the world what you're made of? I'll tell you what I did. I used it as fuel. Every time I felt like giving up, every time I faced rejection or failure, I reminded myself, nobody cares, so I've got to care twice as much. And that pushed me harder than any pat on the back ever could. You see, when you stop expecting the world to care about you, you start doing things for yourself. You start pushing your limits, not because someone's watching, but because you know you've got more in you. You start taking risks not to impress others, but to prove to yourself what you're capable of. And let me tell you something. That's when the magic happens. That's when you start surprising yourself. You'll find strength you never knew you had. You'll accomplish things you never thought possible. All because you stopped waiting for someone to believe in you and started believing in yourself. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but Denzel, it's hard out there. The world's not fair. And you're right, it's not fair. It never has been, and it never will be. But so what? Are you going to let that stop you? Are you going to use that as an excuse? Life doesn't care about fair. Life doesn't care about easy. Life only cares about what you do with what you've got. And right now, you've got everything you need. You've got a mind that can learn, a body that can work, and a spirit that can fight. What more do you need? I've seen people with everything going for them throw it all away. And I've seen people with every obstacle in their path rise to the top. The difference, the ones who made it didn't wait for life to be fair. They didn't wait for someone to care. They went out and made things happen. You want to know the secret to success? It's not talent. It's not luck. It's consistency. It's showing up every day, putting in the work when no one's watching. It's pushing yourself when you don't feel like it. It's doing the things that others aren't willing to do. Because here's the thing. While nobody cares about you, they do care about what you can do for them. They care about the value you can bring. So instead of wishing for the world to care about you, focus on becoming someone the world can't ignore. Build your skills. Sharpen your mind. Strengthen your body. Develop your character. Become so good at what you do that people have no choice but to pay attention. That's how you turn nobody cares into everybody wants a piece of you. But remember, even when you reach that point, don't let it go to your head. Because the moment you start thinking the world owes you something, that's when you start sliding back down. Stay hungry. Stay humble. Keep that fire burning inside you. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. There will be days when you feel like giving up. Days when the weight of the world feels too heavy. Days when you wonder if it's all worth it. And on those days, I want you to remember this. You're not alone. Every successful person you admire has been where you are. They felt the doubt, the fear, the loneliness, but they pushed through. They kept going. And that's what separates the achievers from the dreamers, the ability to keep moving forward when everything inside you wants to quit. So how do you do it? How do you keep going when it feels like the world doesn't care? You start by caring about yourself. You start by becoming your own biggest fan, your own toughest coach, your own best friend. Talk to yourself with respect. Encourage yourself. Push yourself. Believe in yourself. Because if you don't, who will? If you don't fight for your dreams, who's going to do it for you? And here's a little secret. The more you care about yourself, the more others will start to care about you. Not because you need their approval, but because they'll be drawn to your confidence, your drive, your determination. But don't get it twisted. Don't confuse caring about yourself with being selfish. I'm not telling you to step on others to get ahead. I'm telling you to lift yourself up so you can lift others with you. Because true success isn't just about what you achieve for yourself. It's about the impact you have on the world around you. You want to know what really matters in life? It's not the money, the fame, or the accolades. It's the lives you touch. It's the difference you make. It's leaving this world a little better than you found it. So use this knowledge, this understanding that nobody cares, as a launching pad. Let it free you from the need for constant approval. Let it push you to take control of your life, to shape your own destiny. Because here's the beautiful irony. When you stop needing others to care about you, that's when you start doing things that make people care. That's when you start living a life worth talking about. Think about the people you admire, the ones who've made a real difference in the world. They didn't sit around waiting for permission. They didn't wait for someone to care about their dreams. They went out and made those dreams a reality. And in doing so, they made the world care. You've got that same power within you. You've got dreams that only you can bring to life. You've got talents that the world needs, but it's up to you to develop them. It's up to you to put into use. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until you feel ready, because let me tell you something. You'll never feel completely ready. There will always be doubts, always be fears. The trick is to act anyway. To push through the fear, to silence the doubts with action. Start small if you have to, but start. Take that first step, no matter how tiny it seems. Because one small step leads to another and another, and before you know it, you're running full speed towards your goals. And when obstacles come, and they will come, don't see them as stop signs. See them as challenges to overcome, as opportunities to prove your strength, because that's what they are. Every obstacle is a chance to grow stronger, to become better. Remember, diamonds are formed under pressure. Steel is forged in fire. And your character, your strength, your greatness, it's all formed in those moments of difficulty. So don't shy away from the hard times. Embrace them. Use them. You're going to fail sometimes. That's a given. But failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of success. Every successful person you know has failed more times than you can count. The difference is they didn't let those failures define them. They learned from them, grew from them, and kept moving forward. So when you fall, and you will fall, get back up, dust yourself off, learn the lesson, adjust your approach, and try again and again and again until you make it. Because you will make it if you don't give up. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but what about luck? Don't some people just get lucky? Sure, luck plays a part. But here's the thing about luck. It tends to favor the prepared. It tends to find those who are out there working hard, taking chances, making things happen. So don't count on luck. Don't wait for it. Work so hard that luck becomes irrelevant. Becomes so good, so dedicated, so persistent that you succeed with or without luck on your side. And while you're working on your dreams, while you're climbing that mountain of success, don't forget to enjoy the journey. Don't get so focused on the destination that you miss the beauty of the climb. Because the truth is, the journey is where the real growth happens. It's where you discover who you really are and what you're truly capable of. Take pride in your progress, no matter how small it might seem. Celebrate your victories, learn from your defeats, and keep pushing forward. Because every step you take is shaping you into the person you're meant to be. Now, let's talk about fear for a moment. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough. We all face these fears. But here's what you need to understand. Fear is just a feeling. It's not a fact. It's not reality. It's just your mind trying to protect you from potential pain. But growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. Success doesn't come from playing it safe. So feel the fear, acknowledge it, and then do it anyway. Because on the other side of fear is where the magic happens. It's where you find your strength, your courage, your true potential. And remember this, the things you're afraid of, the challenges you're facing, they're not unique to you. Everyone who's ever achieved anything great has faced fear, doubt, and uncertainty. The difference is they didn't let those feelings stop them. They used them as fuel to push harder, to prove themselves wrong. So the next time you feel afraid, the next time you doubt yourself, I want you to say this. I am stronger than my fears. I am bigger than my doubts. I am capable of amazing things. Say it until you believe it. Say it until it becomes your truth. Because here's the real truth. You are capable of amazing things. You have greatness within you, but that greatness isn't going to reveal itself while you're sitting on the sidelines waiting for someone to notice you. It's going to reveal itself when you step up, when you take action, when you push yourself beyond what you thought possible. So stop waiting for the world to care about you. Stop waiting for someone to hand you your dreams on a silver platter. It's not going to happen. Instead, start caring about yourself. Start believing in yourself. Start working towards your dreams with everything you've got. Because when you do that, when you become unstoppable in your pursuit of greatness, that's when the world starts to take notice. That's when doors start to open. That's when opportunities start to appear. But even then, don't lose sight of what's really important. Don't get caught up in the external validation. Keep your focus on your own growth, your own progress, your own journey. Because at the end of the day, that's what truly matters. You see, success isn't about proving your worth to others. It's about proving your worth to yourself. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, not for anyone else's approval, but for your own satisfaction. So as you go out into the world, as you chase your dreams and face your challenges, remember this. You are your own greatest asset. You are your own secret weapon. Everything you need to succeed is already within you. You just need to believe it. Tap into it and put it to work. Don't wait for motivation. Create it. Don't wait for opportunities. Make them. Don't wait for success to come to you. Go out and seize it with both hands. And when times get tough, because they will get tough, remember why you started. Remember the fire that burns inside you. Remember the dreams that keep you up at night, and let those things push you forward when everything else is trying to hold you back. You've got one life, one shot. Make it count. Make it matter. Make it yours. Because nobody else is going to do it for you. Nobody else can live your life, chase your dreams, or fulfill your potential. That's all on you. So embrace it, own it, run with it. Turn "nobody cares" from a depressing thought into your battle cry. Let it free you to take risks, to be bold, to be unapologetically you. Because here's the beautiful truth. When you stop needing the world to care about you, that's when you start changing the world. That's when you start making a real difference. That's when you start living a life that's truly worth living. So go out there and show the world what you're made of. Not for their approval, but for your own satisfaction. Not because you need them to care, but because you care so much about becoming the best version of yourself. Remember, the world might not care about you right now, but they will care about what you do, what you create, what you achieve. So make it big, make it bold, make it undeniable. Your time is now. Your moment is here. The stage is set and the spotlight is waiting. It's your turn to step up and show the world what you're truly capable of. So what are you waiting for? The world might not care about you, but you should care about you. You should believe in you. You should bet on you. Because if you don't, who will? It's time to rise. It's time to shine. It's time to turn "nobody cares" into "everybody watches in awe." The power is in your hands. The choice is yours. What are you going to do with it? Remember, in the end, it's not about proving anything to anyone else. It's about proving to yourself that you've got what it takes. It's about looking in the mirror at the end of each day and knowing that you gave it your all, that you pushed your limits, that you're one step closer to becoming the person you're meant to be. So go out there and make yourself proud. Go out there and write your own story. Go out there and show the world what happens when someone stops waiting for others to care and starts caring about themselves. Because that's when the real magic happens. That's when you become unstoppable. That's when you become the hero of your own story. And trust me, there's no better feeling in the world than that. So go make it happen. Your future is waiting. Your greatness is calling. Answer that call with everything you've got, because you've got this. You're stronger than you know, more capable than you realize, and destined for greater things than you can imagine. All you need to do is believe it and act on it. So stand tall, hold your head high, and go conquer your world, not because anyone else cares, but because you care. Because you matter, because you're worth it. Now go out there and make some noise. Go out there and leave your mark. Go out there and show the world what happens when someone stops waiting for care and starts creating their own destiny. Your time is now. Your moment is here. The rest is up to you. So what are you going to do with it? The choice is yours. Make it count.